Good morning and welcome to a very early edition of Shelter Food and Beer. The reason I'm up so early is I'm going to be slow smoking this pork shoulder. And what I've already done is I've brined it overnight. I've put some apple cider vinegar in the bottom of this tray. Brown sugar, white sugar, garlic powder, granulated onion, salt, pepper, and I think that's about it. I diced up some onions and I covered them in onions and put it in the refrigerator for up to 12 hours. This has been sitting for 13 hours. I rotated it before I went to bed every 2 hours. To place this in an electric smoker. The reason I'm using the electric smoker opposed to a charcoal smoker is that I'm going to be in and out. I have several appointments to get to today, and I can't tend to the coals. Today are a cherry wood soaked overnight. I wrapped the pan that I'm going to be cooking it in for simpler cleanup, and then I put a sheet of aluminum foil on top of that, so about 5.5 hours into the process I'm going to wrap it up for an hour or two. The smoker's been heating up for about a half hour. Chips go on the bottom, water goes on the top. I placed the pork shoulder on this pan. I rotated it over so the fat cap is up on the top. This is some leftover, not leftover, what I put to the side, dry rub. Sprinkle some down the middle. Going to place some onion on top for added flavor. Let it get a little of the dry rub. Well, this thing's all warmed up. It's right around 200. I'm putting this in at 8 o'clock. Gonna go do a few of my appointments, and I'm gonna try not to open this for like 4 hours. Putting it on the center rack. Okay, this bad boy's been smoking for about 5 hours. I'm going to give it a look, check the fluid, check the chips, and see what the meat looks like. It's been 9 hours. I have an electric smell in the air. My smoker has taken a digger. But this element's hot and melting out. And Smoky Joe has smoked its last piece of meat. I was thinking about keeping it in for another hour or a half, but we're done. It's done. Pour the juices over the top. Well, there is all my pork shoulder. I shredded some up a little bit. I have some in bigger chunks for a different presentation. I'm going to use some of it for a traditional pork sandwich. Thanks for watching Shelter Food and Beer. I'm kind of depressed about my smoker dying today, but she went out in style.